Next up, we have Amarc Resources, who made a quite significant copper gold discovery in January. And here's Diane Nicholson from Amarc Resources.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you very much for your time. Amarc Resources, our sole focus in life is to discover, develop, and transact the next generation of high-quality copper gold mines in our home province of British Columbia. Our team have done this before, not only in British Columbia, but on the global stage, and we are committed absolutely to doing this again. In order to achieve this, we have assembled a team which is second to none. We have 3 large high-potential copper-gold districts. They are the Joy, the Juke, and the Ike. Our funding partners at the project level or the asset level on 2 of them are Freeport, arguably the largest copper producer globally, and Boliden, the integrated Swedish mining smelting house. Through those agreements, we have access to up to, and it is staged and contingent on certain milestones, up to $200 million of non-share dilutive financing. Our 3rd district, we are actually funding ourselves. 2024 was an incredible year for the company. We went into 2024 in a rarefied atmosphere in difficult markets for junior companies. We topped out at over $23 million on drilling. We drilled 29,000 meters across our 3 districts. We advanced all districts. We made multiple discoveries, but the big news was the discovery of the AuRORA copper, gold, silver, porphyry discovery. It is arguably one of the highest, if not the highest grade, copper, gold, silver deposit in the porphyry spectrum ever discovered in the province of British Columbia, and it is at surface. This is the usual cautionary and forward-looking statement. So when we put this company and these regions together, these big projects, strategically, because we were looking at transaction. They are all large, they're located by provincial infrastructure, they're 100% owned. We have de-risked these districts from day one. As I said, we're being funded by Freeport and Boliden in the Joy and the Juke projects to date. They have invested over the last 2 to 3 years in the realm of $55 million. Boliden have committed to another $10 million spend on Juke this year. And Freeport, we are currently in discussions with because we've reached a critical milestone, but we believe we will be out drilling with them this year. There will be substantial drilling across our 3 districts this year, and there is tremendous potential for wealth creation, and that relates to both the shareholders and our transaction partners alike. We do not need to fundraise at the moment. We have approximately we believe in the range of 20 million in our joint venture accounts, and we have 2.5 million of corporate money. In terms of key shareholders, my executive chair, Bob Dickinson, and myself are highly invested in this company. We are associated with Hunter Dickinson Inc., or HDI. Many of you will be familiar with them. They are one of the most successful exploration and mining entrepreneurial groups in North America. Nowhere have we been more successful in our home province of British Columbia, which brings us a huge jurisdictional advantage, but we have done this on the global stage as well, everywhere from Tibet, South Africa, Mexico, North America. This is the team of gentlemen I have the privilege to get up every morning and lead. They're an incredible group of technical people. We've got probably 10 or 15 discoveries under our belt between all of us. So that's just sort of an idea of the company. We're now going to look at the Joy District and the big AuRORA discovery. So the Joy District and AuRORA, it is located in an area of southern northern British Columbia called the Tutagon. The AuRORA deposit has blown this district apart. It has changed the face of exploration and attention into this district. There is no other deposit that has been discovered at surface in the Tutagon of these type of grades. So the big question is, who is going to come in and consolidate this district? On the west of this slide, where that blue arrow emanates from, that's an area of British Columbia many of you will have heard of, called the Golden Triangle. And Newmont are in there, and they have consolidated that region to a certain extent. So somebody will come in now and consolidate the Tutagon area. To the south of us, we have the Kemess Mining District, the foundational assets of which were discovered, developed, and transacted by members of my team back in the day. So Centerra are at play in this district. Freeport is at play with Amarc. We have been consolidating certain grounds. We have good British Columbian companies like Skeena in there funding juniors. So watch this space. I strongly suspect in the next couple of years there will be consolidation. AuRORA is not only now the starter pit for our Joy District, but we believe for the whole of the region. This slide, ladies and gentlemen, shows our tenure. It is 500 square kilometers. You attract somebody like Freeport-McMoRan in, they need 1 billion tons. They need land, they need space, they need infrastructure. Shown on here is the results of, it's a ground geophysical method called IP. All you need to know is these big pink and red areas, which are 4 to 9 square kilometers, host sulfide systems. Ours are pregnant with copper. We are drilling off historical deposits. We have made multiple discoveries. We have pipelines of deposit targets. This is a high potential district in the development. But now we have discovered AuRORA up in the top, northwest corner, and that is our starter pit. This is what AuRORA looks like. It's 5 to 7 square kilometers of gossanous rock or rusty iron-stained rock. It had never been drill tested. We did ground and airborne surveys. It is a covered geophysical discovery, and you can see the area where we have 20 drill holes into the discovery. It is 0.4 of a square kilometer within a 4 square kilometer target. At the bottom of the slide, you can see the access road labeled, which is 500 meters away, literally, from the discovery. These are the 20 drill holes we got into the discovery. Red is copper, yellow is gold. In the middle of it, hole 57, that is the discovery drill hole. As soon as we saw that go down, we got all 3 of our drill rigs over here drilling. What you have to realize about this drill plan is we were stepping out systematically, doing credible exploration, trying to build a deposit. But we were staying at the Kemess mine camp, courtesy of Centerra, who asked us to vacate the camp in mid-October because they had to winterize it. None of these sections are completed. This deposit is open in all directions. So what got everybody's interest in this? These are the grades, examples of the grades. So the Kemess South deposit that has been mined out in this district, it was 0.6 of a gram per ton gold. This is double, triple. These are high-grade gold values for porphyry copper golds. We have strong copper, we have interesting silver, reasonable recoveries, calculated recoveries, because we have not done MET testing yet. We have 1 to 3% copper equivalent. We do know from our multi-geochem laboratory analyses that there is nothing deleterious at the moment where we've drilled. No arsenic. It looks like it's going to be a good, clean copper con. The second thing that everybody liked was it came in at or near surface. This is going to be an open pit. The third and fourth things is we had great vertical and lateral continuity. If you look in our news releases and on our website, it shows sample by sample intervals, and every interval hits between 1 and 8 grams per ton gold. Every interval hits in copper and silver. This is incredibly continuous, and it is open. So you've got high grade, at surface, lateral and vertical continuity, open to expansion. And we hope to be out there expanding this deposit, drilling with Freeport this summer. At the moment, it is a flat-lying body. Lots of people have lots of ideas to share with us about why this is. Ask us after we've done the next drill phase. So that is Joy, and I'm going to go on to the other 2 districts we have, because these are very exciting districts as well. The second one is Juke. It is funded by Boliden. Boliden have funded 20 million into the project so far, and they're putting another 10 million in this year. Our tenure is shown outlined in blue. It is over 700 square kilometers. It is 90 kilometers south to north, and it is in what we know in BC as the Babine Copper Gold Porphyry District. It's one of the most prolific in the province. Where most of our drilling has been done to date with Boliden is at the Juke deposit, which I'll show you briefly. This district is prolific. You can see that Glencore own the past producers of Bell and Granile. They were in production with Noranda. There are still resources and reserves left at the bottom of those pits. And there are other juniors coming in. For example, American Eagle, they brought in South 32. We love this kind of thing where we go into a district and everybody else comes in because it puts more eyes on the district, and that is better for all the junior companies there. This is what it looks like. Boliden are quite at home here. This is a big forestry area, flat to gently undulating, good infrastructure. We stay at commercial forestry camps. The only point with this slide is it's less expensive logistics, more money into the ground drilling. You don't drill, you don't discover. This is the Juke deposit. This is another big sulfide system in the bright pinks and reds. It's about 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. We have been drilling out a copper, moly, silver porphyry here with our partners, Boliden. Now, it's moderate grade. It is a valuable deposit. You can see here on this slide in cross-section, it comes in from surface. It extends to 600 meters depth, and the deposit is at least 650 meters wide. This is a valuable deposit, but it is not where you would start mining in a district. So now we're on the hunt for the high-grade copper golds. Now, bear in mind, one of the most important things about Juke here is we are 1 to 2 years behind in our Amarc's exploration trajectory or history on Juke than Joy. We expect to make discoveries here this year and into next year. We have been, over the last couple of years, with our partners, Boliden, doing very widespread airborne and ground surveys. You can see where the Juke deposit is in the red star. All these other yellow stars are deposit targets that we've lined up for scout drilling this year. The teams are already on the ground preparing for that drilling, which we expect to start in late May. So this is a great project, so just watch that space. Our third district is Ike. Now, Ike is located in southern British Columbia. This is the heartland of copper production, not only in British Columbia, but the whole of Canada. You have the mines like Gibraltar, Highland Valley, etc. We are located on the western side of the district, where you can see the Empress and Ike red stars. One of the things that strikes you about this slide is the amount of infrastructure. We have great access to rail lines, to highways, straight down to the port of Vancouver, about an hour and a half away. We have BC hydro schemes, which come within about 30 or 40 clicks of our property. So location-wise, very good. This is what it looks like. It's on the eastern margin of what we call the Coast Range. All these yellow stars are targets that we're working on in the copper gold or gold silver space. In the foreground, you can see the big Ike deposit discovery we've made. This is, again, a moderate grade BC, but very economic copper, moly, silver deposit. The deposit at the moment is over 1.2 by 1 kilometer and about 800 meters in depth. This is, I haven't got a cross section there, I took it out, sorry. So, this is a good deposit, but what we need now is the high grade starter pits. So where we went out drilling, and we were out here drilling in November last year, was just a couple of clicks to the north of the Ike deposit. That's where you can see the Empress and Empress East deposits. These are higher grade copper gold deposits. This is why we went there. These are results from drilling from former companies. These are not our results. And you can see the thicknesses are not quite as great as at AuRORA, but you've got things like 75 meters, 52 meters, at about 1% copper, 1 gram of gold, moly and silver. At reasonable recoveries, that gives you 1 to 3% copper equivalent. This is where our starter pit is going to be. So here we have a cross-section through the Empress deposit and the Empress deposit target. Those historical holes showing gold in yellow and copper in red. We have been out and we just announced these results this week and resampled a number of those. We took about 1,700 samples from these historical drill holes because we wanted to know we could actually trust this historical data. There is very good correlation, so we can use this data going forwards. We then drilled 8 drill holes in Empress and 1 in Empress East. These drill holes are showing that there is continuity and expansion potentials at Empress and Empress East. But the really neat thing about this is there's a 1-kilometer gap between these 2 deposits. And the historical drill holes, the short drill holes and the 1 long one, they're showing us there is potential to have these 2 Empress and Empress East coalesce. Now, there's no promises on that, ladies and gentlemen. We have to get out there and drill. But if that happens, bingo, you've got your starter pit. Everything else in the district, again, falls into place. So it's been a fantastic year for Amarc. The team aren't here with me today. They've done an absolutely incredible job. The jewel in the crown is the AuRORA discovery. But this company has been set up, if I leave you with one thing, for multiple transactions, to both you as shareholders, to your advantage, and to our transaction partners. It's going to be another great year, so please join us for the ride. Thank you very much for your time and attention, ladies and gentlemen.